Hey guys, welcome to today's video. I've got the kind of new Becca Ultimate Coverage 24-Hour Foundation. I just picked this up at Ulta today. I got the shade Cashmere. It's one of 24 shades in this range, line, whatever you want to call it. But I'm interested to try this because I actually have never had any luck with Becca foundations. Literally, like, coagulated on my face. It was the most disgusting looking foundation ever. It was just terrible. So I'm interested in giving this a go. Now this is supposed to be full coverage. Obviously they're claiming it lasts 24 hours. Excuse me. I'm not going to do that. What I am going to do is wear it for an entire week. And so by the end of this video, we'll have known after 7 days if it behaves itself, if it lasts, if it breaks me out, all that good stuff. Now this is supposed to be water resistant and oil free, which was huge for me. If it's not, it tends to break me out. And they say it gives natural coverage without the cake. So I'm very interested about that. And also apparently it is jacked up with a lot of pigment and water at high concentration. And that is supposed to allow the formula to adapt to all skin types. So they're saying it's lightweight and one pump is supposed to cover like every single imperfection. Now they do say to use a brush, which I had to bust out the flat kabuki from Sigma, the F80. Do you remember, like, you had to have this brush if you wanted anything to do with makeup back in the day? So I'm going to use that on one side of my face and then my beauty blender on another because this is what I typically use. All right, so first things first, I have to put this mop up. I cannot have my hair down when I'm putting foundation on. Just a weird thing that I have. That's what one pump gives you. It's pretty thick. I'm worried about that, but we'll see. So it's going on really easily. It's blending out very nicely. No issues there. So that's one side of my face with the foundation with the brush, and let's go ahead and apply the other side with the beauty blender. Huh. It's not blending as nicely with the beauty blender, so maybe they were right about their own formulation, knowing how it best applies. I can see it's already starting to misbehave. This is what I don't like about Becca foundations on me. I don't know if they're just too heavy or if there's something in the formulation, but it tends to gather and then it'll just literally, when I say coagulate, it coagulates on my skin. It looks like I've got massive oil underneath and it almost starts to bubble on my skin. It's just disgusting. It's so bad. Oh, here's what I'm not liking. Like, literally this is $44 and just comparing it to even my $5 Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation, which I don't have to work as hard to blend out and to correct in terms of settling into lines and whatnot. This is just not on that same level. Like, it's kind of starting to, the more I tap it in some places, the more it's starting to lift. In the monitor, it doesn't look bad at all, but oh, like close up I can tell, like right here, it's just starting to do that strange coagulation. In fact, it's kind of like it looks really dry here. My skin is not dry at all. And like right here, I keep having to blend out, excuse me, my allergies. Right here I keep having to blend out. It's like totally settling into my lines up here. I don't know, it just has like a weird finish to it. It looks really dry in some areas and I don't know why. Ooh, what a difference a full face makes. So here are my thoughts on this Becca foundation. I'm kind of underwhelmed. Here are the pros. Like, everything went on really well. No issues with, you know, applying blush, bronzer, highlighter, nothing. I just feel like for $44 for me to have the attitude of, I mean, it's okay. That's absurd. That's a lot of money for a foundation. If I'm spending that much money, I think it's got to be like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. I can't live without it. So we'll see. I don't know if I want to wear this for a week. I will try. I will try to wear it for a full week, if not a couple more days, just to give it a fair chance. A fair chance. But I guess I will see you guys in a couple days. Okay, where do I even begin? I didn't make it to 7 days of a wear test. I barely made it to 3 days of a wear test, and I tried it with primer, without a primer. I even got super desperate and powdered my face, which I never do. Could not make it work. To start with, they say it's ultimate coverage. I think it's medium at best because I would totally see red patches on my cheeks, red patches on my chin. The other thing I noticed was when I would try to layer it, that first layer would shift, it would move around on me. Even when I used the brush, I gave up trying to even use the sponge. They said to use the brush. I stuck with the brush, couldn't make the brush work. The other thing I noticed was it left these super random, what looked like dry patches on my skin, and my skin is oily at best. It is not dry at all. And the weirdest thing was, whenever I go to put my winged eyeliner on, I always kind of brace my hand against my cheekbone just for extra stability. And when I would do that with this foundation, when I would move my hand away, it would leave this huge patch, like my hand would take the foundation off my face. And that's never happened with any other foundation I've used, not even my $6 Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. So it just transferred so easily. It would not stay on my face. It's shifting around, moving around, looking dry, not looking nice, not giving ultimate coverage. Why is this $44? I have no idea, none. So if you have been able to make this work for you somehow, please leave me a comment below because I am dying to hear how this could possibly work well for somebody else because it was a disaster for me. But thank you guys so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!